Good morning everyone and welcome to another video. We are on day number 5 of our adventure. Check out this view. It is slightly later in the morning. It's about 7 a.m. now. Later in the morning, funny. And this is the place where I stayed at last night, just behind me. It's pretty good. It's really quite beautiful here, isn't it? So, let's have a little update. We're feeling good. We're feeling very inspired. I was really loving yesterday. It was so much fun. I'm really getting the hang of it and starting to really enjoy it. It's pretty crazy, really. And oh my god, something I've learned yesterday is if you sliced your tire, you're gonna freaking change it as soon as you possibly can, because man, I got 4 flats yesterday. In the first 2 days, I've done 355 Ks and I got 0 flats. And then I sliced my back tire and it kept on popping and popping and popping and popping. So the amount of tubes I had to change yesterday was ridiculous. And my upper muscles, of my arms, were so sore because I had to keep putting on and off my racks, and it taking the bags of them. It was just like a mission. So I have learned, if you ever slice your tires, freaking replace it in the next town as soon as you can, because you're gonna make your life so much easier. Anyway, it's still really fun. It's really an adventure. The views are incredibly beautiful. Making sure that you're staying carved up, and something else that's incredibly important when you're out there riding for freaking 150k a day is stretching, covering your body in liquid magnesium, taking a rolling pin with you to roll out and stretch, help you stretch all of your muscles, and just listening to your body, I guess, as well when you are doing it. But I'll do another separate little video on it. You learn a lot of different things when you're on the road by yourself and not in the car. I've learned stuff when I was riding in the car before, but it's just something entirely completely different. And you have all this time to think about everything that can possibly come into your mind. And sometimes I'd get annoyed and be like, oh my god, why am I thinking about this? This is the wrong time to think about it. But you shouldn't get angry or upset at your mind for thinking some things that perhaps you wish you were not thinking about or meditating on, because it's your job. That's what your brain is designed to do. It's designed to think about things. And if you're not wanting a particular thought in your mind, or if you're thinking about a particular person and you wish you were not, just kind of acknowledge that thought. Say, okay, I understand this person, for example, or this thing that I did or whatever is still in my mind, but I'm letting go of it, and then move on. And if the thought comes back again into your head 2 hours later, again, acknowledge it and move on. Let it pass. Don't allow yourself get stressed out and hanged up on particular things which you wish you were not thinking about. And just really also, I guess, this trip is teaching me as well. And well, as I said before, the whole focusing on just one day at a time, and it's pretty cute, isn't it? This place I've got waved and said hello to. There's so many strangers. It's pretty cool. But yeah, good morning. Oh, also, I had the best dinner last night. It was exactly what I wanted. They just had baked potatoes and baked There's a lot of dogs. A lot of little dogs. For one person, it's a lot of little dogs. And potatoes and pumpkins, and it was just like grilled and had a tiniest littlest bit of olive oil, and it was just the perfect, and it had no salt, so it was exactly what I wanted. High carb, 100% plant-based, whole foods dinner is amazing. But another thing I've learned, and I've been learning I guess over the last while as well, but definitely over the last week, is appreciating your body, kind of talking to it, feeling and trying to understand its needs. And it's funny because I'd noticed myself like craving ice cream or something, right? Like vegan, of course, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm just craving some fats. So then I would go and get something like some nuts or something. I still have those little bliss balls that my friend made for me. I've like 3 of them left. So I'd have some of those, and that kind of cures that craving. And then yesterday I was just like craving hummus or like crackers or something, and I'm like, well, clearly I'm craving salt because I've been sweating out so much. So I got myself some hummus and carrots, and I had that, so like that cured that craving. And another thing I found useful, I know a lot of people talk about eating like huge massive meals before like long rides, but I'd say you can do it the night before, as long as it's easy to digest and not insane amount of ingredients, like a few ingredients only. It's okay to do. But what I have found more useful for me, more helpful and easiest, especially when you're on the road, because you don't want to like eat insane and then your body is struggling to digest freaking 5 kilos of food you just shoved into it, and it's still like, it knows that you're forcing it to putting out like all that energy out and out and out. It is much easier and it's much better to eat in not small, but smaller portions, not because we're calorie restricting or whatever. No, it's just more for letting it digest easier. So it would be like having 3 or 5 bananas and drinking some juice and letting that sit for a couple of hours in your stomach, because you don't want it all to stay up here or up here, right? You want it to digest, because your body hasn't started digesting or getting the nutrients from your food until it reaches your intestines. So it is much better if you just allow your body to quickly digest these things, or have 5 dates, for example, or something. And another thing, as I mentioned before, really listening to your body when you're eating and on the road and stuff. Just be like, okay, cool, I am somewhat pretty full, or somewhat full. I'm just gonna take the rest of my food with me and let those digest, and then in an hour or whatever later you'll just smash it all in again. Anyway, let's not make this video any longer. Enjoy the view for a last time, and let's get back on the road. Bye.